don't know who this guy is. To say the things that he's saying now, this is not the guy that we were married to.
I wish you would have made your choice sooner. You don't get to be in plural marriage, with a leadership. Leadership will never allow you to marry again if you're discarding wives. Well, I was in a terrible relationships.
My intention,
I was hanging on with you.
and I think now you need to let go. It's not fair to either of us.
This isn't what I want.
It's not what I want either, Robyn.
And we chose, all of us chose. We were so in love with this property and being together out here. I wanted to sit on a porch with my sister wives here on this property.
Hi friends, it's Katie from Without a Crystal Ball. Welcome back to my channel this Friday, October 25th, 2024. Kody and Robyn Brown have done something atrocious, and I mean disgusting, because in the middle of a custody agreement where Kody has an injunction where he is not to transfer assets or dispose of assets or put assets in different places, Kody and Robyn have put $400,000 into a new home, and they have also taken out a $1.6 million mortgage. So now they have a mortgage on a new home, yes, and they still own their Flagstaff McMansion, which also has a $600,000 mortgage. So now they have $2.2 million in mortgages, and they are out $400,000 in money, which could have very well gone to pay child support and pay for his kids and to pay back Christine. Instead, Kody and Robyn have closed on a massive home in Flagstaff. And the rumors were going around a couple weeks ago that this was going to happen, and fans speculated that this was the house, and it is. And when I saw it, you guys, I was like, floored that with an injunction in place that tells them that they cannot transfer or dispose of or move assets, that they moved assets. This is a man that clearly does not care whatsoever about the court, rulings of a court, or injunctions of a court. The same man filed a countersuit against Christine the day before he closed on this house. Okay. So according to property records that have filed yesterday in Coconino County, Kody and Robyn have basically bought a house, and in trying to get around the injunction, have placed the house in a trust called Whitestone Trust. It's very probable that this home will then get placed into an LLC. Kody and Robyn had opened this blanket empty LLC, RBHK, in December of 2023. And everyone was like, what is this? And the same trust that's listed as the trust for this new home is the registered agent and manager of that company. So they're going to probably put this property in that trust to bypass and get out of and have no one be able to get access to the money. A man that has not paid for his kids is doing this, okay? So according to this, Kody and Robyn entered into a contract for purchase on a home in Flagstaff that has 7,800 square feet. It has 6 bedrooms and it has 7 bathrooms. When they signed into a contract on this home, the couple put down $400,000, meaning they transferred money that is not supposed to be transferred due to their injunction. They do not have permission by the court to purchase this or transfer assets unless for emergency activities. The day before he closed on this, Kody filed a lawsuit against Christine. Okay, I just want to be clear here. The next day, Kody went to a mortgage company and closed on a $1.6 million mortgage. And the mortgage places the home in Kody and Robyn's names and also a trust called Whitestone Trust, which is the manager of an LLC. All of this to say is it's going to go, like I said, it's going to go into that trust. This is the same home that fans assumed the couple was going to buy, okay? The home has 7,887 square feet. It's on 2.56 acres. The home has a guest house and a shed. It is probably the same home that Kody was like, I want to buy so I can have all of my family come back, right? The home is huge. I mean, the kitchen's enormous. The kitchen is a bit outdated. Frankly, I guess I'm not surprised because it's $2.1 million. And homes that are smaller than this have sold for way more. The home itself has a huge balcony that goes and wraps around the house. It is palatial. It looks like a home that is fit for a king or a queen. Some of the home is extremely outdated. Like some of the bathrooms look like they need some touch-up, cosmetic upgrading. But I don't think Kody's going to care too much about any of that because all Kody will care about is that he has more space. The home is very much in need of some renovations. It's an older home. And if they would have renovated it, the house would have probably sold for a lot more money. But the home itself is huge. He's finally getting his 6-bedroom house that he's always wanted. And he's getting the compound size house that he wants so that he can have more wives, even though he's not going to have more wives, right? But he wanted a place that was big enough for the whole family to come back to. Remember that? Okay. So Kody signed the property on yesterday, okay? They put down $420,000 yesterday. They put a contract in for this home in August of 2024. They bought the home for $2.1 million. And today, a new mortgage was recorded for $1.6 million. A new, brand new loan, and it also is in the name of Kody Robyn and the trust, okay? According to the injunction that Christine filed on September 16th, 2024, it says, if this petition involves the division of property, personal property, or debts, the parties must not transfer, encumber, conceal, or dispose of your property or the other party's property unless you have the written consent of the other party or you have a court order, except in the usual course of business or to provide for the necessities of life. I believe that Christine very well knew that this was going to happen, and she was very keen when she saw the house go up for sale that this is what was going to happen, like he was going to take the money and run. So this injunction's put in place, and it says you cannot transfer. Transfer. Do you know what that means? You can't take $420,000 out of your bank account and put it into a house. So if I were Christine, I would be filing some documents in court right now. And this property, I would be contacting the bank about and letting them know that there's a writ of injunction for Kody's assets. She needs to file something because Kody literally is defying court orders because he's transferring assets and putting it into something new. Before he signed these documents, Kody had $420,000 in his bank. He had that money liquid. Now that money is not liquid anymore. That money now is tied up in equity in a house. He no longer can access that $420,000. Do you think it's a coincidence here at all that he would do this? Kody had to take his home off the market, right? So their home that they still live in, their primary residence that they live in right now, they still have a huge mortgage on that one too. So the home that they were going to sell is not on the market anymore. The equity from the home of that sale is still tied up in equity. So now he's got equity tied up in the McMansion, and he's got equity tied up in the palace that he's bought. Let's just call it a palace because it's huge. It's 8,000 square feet. He's got over $1 million now tied into equity. $1 million that no one can get access to. $1 million that now Christine can't get access to. And now that he's liquidated that 420 and put it into this house, he's basically stated, you don't get this money, Christine. It's in this house. I would, again, if I were Christine, file a motion for contempt because Kody has violated the injunction by purchasing this property. Kody did not have consent from the court to buy this property. He did not have an agreement with Christine for the property. He didn't have permission to buy this property in the middle of a lawsuit, but he did. Kody doesn't even have a full-time attorney in his case in Utah, but yet put $420,000 into this home. On top of that, he's now taking on a brand new mortgage, okay? $1.6 million. If we go off of the average interest rate right now for a 30-year mortgage, and we say it's 7%, Kody and Robyn now have taken on a monthly payment of $11,000 a month. A month. That's a huge mortgage payment, way bigger than what they have at their other home. So they have not only this home that's at $11,000, they have a second mortgage they have to pay at their other home, which I'm guessing because they can't sell it are going to try to rent. I've seen Kody and Robyn do some pretty shady crap in my life, but this one probably takes the cake. And it proves to me that Kody does not care about any of his family, any of his children, no one but himself. Kody does not need an 8,000 square foot home. Kody's 3 adult children can basically move out at any time. Kody and Robyn only have 2 kids that are minors. They do not need 6 bedrooms anymore. Kody only has 2 minor children with Robyn, and then obviously he's got Truly, who doesn't live with him. They have 5 kids, so 6 bedrooms. Each one of them could have their own room if Robyn literally never lets her adult children move out. But they do not need a guest house. They do not need all of this space. They do not need any of this. The only reason Kody needs this is because of his ego. And he has so much money that he owes to other people. He owes money to Janelle, he owes money to Mary, and he owes money to Christine. He owes money to Christine for child support and healthcare for Truly. And he's going to have to pay back child support to Christine. And now he has a home and a mortgage of $11,000. So he's going to be able to use the payment of this mortgage against his total income, which reduces the amount of money that he has liquid to pay off back anyone or to pay child support or to do anything or to live. $11,000 a month is a huge payment, especially for someone that has a lot of debt. And the show is at the last legs of it's on its last legs. So the question is where is his money coming from? Are the other women still not getting paid their fair share? So they're still going to screw over everyone else. He's tying up all of the money that's due to everyone. And he's now stuck it in a trust that no one can touch. I mean, he's pretty slick here, right? What he's trying to do is he's trying to take out money from one house by selling it to put it into another house. Well, he couldn't actually do that. So what he did was he took money that he had and he put it into this new house. But either way, at this point, that new house, no one can touch because it's only Kody and Robyn's. I want to be super clear about this. When you have an injunction like what Christine has and what is in place right now in court, it's actually a misdemeanor criminal violation if you violate a court injunction in the state of Utah. I'm not kidding. Kody can be charged with a Class A misdemeanor, which can result in up to a year in jail and a fine of $2,500. And that is for the first offense of violating a domestic injunction. A second offense can be 5 years in prison or can be a third-degree felony, which can result in 5 years in prison. A violation can actually impact probation, parole, bail, and arrests can actually be made. Christine has a court injunction that says Kody cannot transfer, dispose of, encumber, meaning he can't encumber. Do you know what encumber means? Encumber means that it's put into something else. It means it's in something that you can't get access to. He's encumbered this money. He's transferred it and encumbered it by putting it into that new property. That money is gone. Christine can't get to it. And he did this 100% intentionally. It's the same reason why Kody and Robyn were spending cash and putting stuff all over the walls, because they're hell-bent on not sharing their money with anyone. And if they can spend the money and put it elsewhere, no one gets access to it. In Kody's mind, he doesn't necessarily care about how much money's in the bank. He just wants to have what looks like an affluent lifestyle, even if he's cash poor. And he doesn't care if he has to go into bankruptcy or to spend a ton of money or be debt, like cash poor and have tons of loans as long as he looks wealthy and affluent, and as long as no one else gets to touch his money because he believes it all belongs to him. I have a firm belief that Kody's probably making more money than anyone else on the show because I can't imagine he's not making money with the qualifying for this kind of home. In order for Kody to qualify, he has to be making over $30,000 a month, if not more, in order to qualify for this, because usually your debt to income can't go over 30%. If Kody's making $40,000 or $50,000 a month and he's making $500,000 to $600,000 a year, that doesn't give him a ton of money after taxes and insurance and taxes to the state and the feds. Kody, I don't believe, has paid his taxes yet this year or his property taxes. Kody doesn't care about any of that as long as he can hide the money. Kody couldn't sell his house, and he didn't sell his house, and now he's encumbering more money and violating a court order. And he's actually could be held in contempt of court for this. He could 100% be charged for this. He can be fined for this. Christine and her lawyers need to file a motion of contempt of court, and they need to order that he be held in contempt of court. And there need to be, like, this sale, even though it's gone through, something needs to be done, whether it's a lien placed on by the court or the mortgage company is notified. But this is actually, at this point, a violation of a court order. It is contempt of court, and he could be criminally charged with a Class A misdemeanor. And if he does it more than once, if he does it another time, then he can get up to a felony and end up in jail. I am 100% convinced now, based on what just happened here, that Christine knew that this is what Kody was going to do, which is why she did this custody agreement now, because she knew that he was going to take his money and try to put it into something new, like he's been doing to them for years, constantly using their money to fund his lifestyle, fund his ego. Christine Brown and your attorneys, file a motion for contempt against Kody. This sale is not legal. And Kody Brown, who's in the middle of a dispute with his family, with Janelle and Mary about money, and clearly, if the feds aren't watching him, need to watch him, because where is he coming up with $420,000? Who's funding this? If he's got that kind of income liquid, who's he taking that money from? Or did the money come from other resources or side jobs? Where is it coming from? That's a lot of money. And Kody always claims that he's broke. And Janelle claimed that he didn't have enough money to pay off Coyote Pass. Kody is intentionally withholding information about his finances, and he has to disclose finances to Christine now. How is he going to explain this? I really, really, really hope that Christine and her attorneys file a motion for contempt. I really, really, really hope they report this to the court. And I really, really hope that the judge takes this seriously and he's held in contempt. And I really, really hope that at some point this custody case lands him in jail, because he has been skating and committing crimes and defrauding people for years. And then this is the most blatant fraud I've ever witnessed someone do, which proves to me that this man is a narcissist and truly believes he is above the law. I can't imagine anyone else being so stupid to do this other than a megalomaniac, narcissistic sociopath. But that's Kody Brown. What are your thoughts? Tell me them in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed, and click the bell so you never miss a video. Bye, everyone.